shit. Y'all ready to get funky?
The most important part of dance is music. So now let us listen to the music and identify the beats.
1, 2, 3.
But that was too soft.
Flip around now. Flip around now. Flip around now. Get down. Flip around now. Flip around now. Flip around now. Get down. Flip around, flip around, flip around now. Jump up, and get down. Flip around, flip around now. Jump up, and get down. Flip around, flip around now. Jump up, and get down. Flip around, flip around now. Jump up, and get down. Flip around now. Get down.
hanging around, but you know they'll never let you down.
Hey, hey.
I believe in what I feel to make it real.
Let me turn down the desktop audio right here.
Take me to the power, get out of the corner. Take me to the border, I will make it as they do. I can see them run.
All right. Let's get the stream going. Hey, Matt, how's it doing? How are you doing? thank you for coming through. I'm about to get Ryan on a call right now too, and we're gonna kind of go through this game again. He's worked on it a little bit. I just kind of have been brainstorming in my own mind over the weekend. Nice. Yeah, I know. You just caught me starting. Thank you for joining. I'm about to jump on a call with Ryan. So yeah, let me just switch over to my computer screen right now. And yeah, let me jump on a call with Ryan.
Hello.
Hey Ryan, how are you doing?
Good. How's it going? Let me
Not
turn
too
off
bad,
this
not too bad.
stream.
yeah, so you're not looping your audio and stuff.
Yeah, I already heard myself like twice. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no. You don't want to be doing that. Oh, the music is kind of loud. All right, okay. Thank you, Matches. I wanna make sure that the music is just in the background so that like if we have any dead air, there's at least something covering it, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Do you know the student Matches? I think you've. Well, I don't know. He's not in the capstone courses actually.
Yeah. Then I probably wouldn't know.
Yeah, no, he has I think he has like Yeah, sounds good now. All right, thank you. All right, perfect. So let's get started with like let me grab your changes from the weekend. You did some things over the weekend.
Yeah. Let me push all of this. It's like a lot of things.
All right, okay, cool. Let's take a look. Let me close up Unity. Well, I mean, you don't really have to. It just kind of does it by itself. It's a lot of changes.
It's
Though?
better.
It's a lot of changes.
It's like I imported a custom font.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just close down Unity. We can reopen it.
All right, pushed.
Nice. Oh man, I've the Steam Deck was the Steam Deck this weekend.
It was a success.
Yeah, no. Like I was, there's so many games that I need to play that are in my Steam library that I've never gotten a chance to play because it's not being this age in my life with a family now. It's not you don't have time for video games, right? So it's like the Steam Deck has been the purchase I've been wanting to make for the last year, and it's just like I'm glad I finally did it.
Nice.
And I'm glad I did it with like the proper research in mind, like on how I can stretch my money.
Yeah. I have one more push.
Yeah, one more push. Yeah, well, it's just fetching the details right now.
Yeah, just realized like it was an error. What's the thing? Okay, so I'm probably gonna have to turn.
Oh well, what we have on the capstone so far is done by V. Dogo's praising it. Oh, okay. But Ryan teaches the later capstone courses.
I teach term 3 now as well.
Oh,
but,
you
like,
teach term 3 now as well. All right. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like the start and the end.
Yeah, that makes sense. You give them the basics on getting going, and then like they try to prettify it with Diogo maybe, and then like you take over at the end and try to like get the fine details done.
Yeah, basically.
All right, oh, man, this is taking a while. It's because I'm streaming.
Yeah. Okay, for the jump, I'm thinking about doing a little bit of smoke and mirrors for it. Like it's still gonna be like a parabolic equation.
Yeah.
It just So
Yeah,
I'm
you don't have to do.
basic-
It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It just has to be fun.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and get out the
what I'm-
mindset of being like super physics for this, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is when we're calculating like the trajectory, we're all always calculating what the player would be at either sides of the walls, right? So
Okay.
like
Oh, okay. So like it's going on both sides, and then we just decide left or right, like depending
Yeah.
on the bool.
wait, let me share my screen.
All right. Let me throw that up on stream while I'm waiting. Wait, I didn't grab anything. Oh wait, updated player controller. Is that the last one?
That's the last one.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, let me throw the stream up on.
So-
throw your screen up on stream.
Screenception.
a,
Here.
a little alliteration there too.
Okay. So let's say player is right now right here, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm calculating, I'm always gonna calculate the X position to always be here now. Does it make sense? Like that's gonna be like my final position.
Oh, okay.
And when we're holding charge, that's gonna determine how high we jump. Like so, at the middle, if our height for charge was like this much, or our charge could be like this much.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That makes
and then we'd like I guess you would draw out arcs between the final point.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, okay. Okay,
and I'm thinking,
I
Like-
understand that, and then as you're sliding, the point that you're arcing at is also going down with you because that's just
yeah,
it's just attached to you basically. So what I was thinking about the level generator is
Yeah.
I would put the walls as pieces as well coming down rather than
Okay.
rather than just have like a texture scrolling, because it's like if we're thinking about scroll in multiple different areas, it's easier to
Yeah.
just like line it up if scrolling is happening the same way on all the objects that need to like
Okay, yeah.
auto scroll. So I would say that I could build like one big wall piece like this for now, and then eventually we could even try like different wall pieces with hazards in between them as well, right?
yeah.
With different level prefabs. So yeah, that's a very good idea. So yeah, let me pull up what I'm gonna do now.
Alright.
I'm gonna throw that on stream. Okay, so that's cool. You already have like this kind of smoke and mirrors going. It's is it in your testing? Has it been fun?
No.
No.
I literally just made this part like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like
Yeah.
honestly, you can keep going in regards to like I guess beautifying the mechanics, making it more
Yeah.
fun and more responsive.
Yep.
Oh, what's going on? All right. But yeah, like just beautify those mechanics and let me get the level generator in, and you can really play around with that, because like my thought is eventually I'm gonna build like a tool that can, like, not right now, not this stream, but I will build a tool that can generate prefabs for us.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that'll be eventually once this is done, and once like the first 2 or 3 prefabs are in and it's generating, then I can move on to building a tool that can randomize prefabs for us with the elements that we want in the prefab, right? Including
Yeah.
spawn points, bull, or whatever, right? And that's gonna be fun to kind of design. I'm already getting excited
yeah.
about designing that. Because then it's endless. You can get the tool to make you like nth prefabs, you know?
Yeah. Maybe instead of always having the exposition, I don't know, I think I also based that on charge. Let me see how that one goes as well.
Man, it's like whenever I'm streaming, I know my computer's chugging. It's like I can only stream Unity really right now. If I try to stream Unreal, my computer's gonna
It's over.
like I have to. It has to be a build. You know, like I can only test
Yeah.
games when I'm streaming Unreal.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, that is what it is. It's one of the reasons why the main game isn't being showcased right now, right?
Mhm.
But we'll get that going when we can.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh man, I love Shovel Knight. Listening to its music in the background.
Oh, nice.
It's just like a playlist I have going, like an like a video game DMCA free music playlist. So you know you can play it on stream and stuff. Because you know, eventually down the line, it's like I want to be able to monetize the channel and stuff, right? So it's like
Yeah.
you wanna be able to go retroactively go and do it to all your videos, right? You don't wanna.
Mhm.
You don't wanna. I have videos that are DMCA copyrighted, so I wouldn't be able to monetize them. But hey, you never know.
Right. This looks a little weird. I might just do Ad Force at first, see how that one looks.
I'm not looking at your screen. Honestly, I'm just trying to save as many cycles as possible.
Yeah, fair.
Let me actually just pop out of your screen completely so it's not even updating for me.
Alright.
Right. As soon as I stopped watching your stream on Discord, it opened up. Obviously, that was a coincidence, but
So I should have a scene up.
arcade spaceships controller for physics class. Any tips or reference to look into? So, is it going to be like top-down 2D style? All right, let's see. Let's go into the actual scene. Where is it?
Should be a photo called
Ryan
Technos
scene?
Pro. Yeah.
This is going to be like the entire game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I would
right
say
now I'm
if you're
duplicating. Yeah.
working on the
I'm gonna
obstacles,
I'm
just
gonna.
duplicate- yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. You know this isn't my first rodeo, man. I know
But
we
you can
haven't.
never-
I know we haven't worked on a project together, but you should trust me.
And just like, comment. And
Yeah.
at this point, it's like natural instincts for me just to say it like,
Yeah. No. I appreciate the gesture because it's actually like the right thing to do. Make sure that everybody's on their toes and they're doing the right thing,
Yeah.
right?
but yeah. Jump arc is super weird right now. I'm gonna see how using Ad Force turns out.
A 3D game. Okay. Everspace. So it's gonna be like, you want to be able to like fly up and down, kind of. I guess Everspace. I haven't actually
Josh?
played Everspace, but let's see.
Like Joshua Smith.
Yeah, he's this
Yeah.
guy's in. He's talking about physics.
Hmm. You could make something like Outer Wilds, like that spaceship controller.
Oh, I'm looking at what Everspace looks like. Okay, so it's like a Star Fox style. It's like a Star Fox like spaceship controller where it's like a camera is anchored at the back and you're like flying through space.
Isn't Star Fox more like a rail shooter?
Well, yes, because of the way that you kind of fly through the level. This would be like you'd be, I guess, given a more free world to kind of explore. But
Yeah.
but in regards to, I guess, where the camera angle is anchored and stuff, the main thing is it's gonna be a floating object in space, right? And
Yeah.
you're gonna apply forces to specific positions to thrust it forward. And the thought process is you have a thruster that adds force upon activating to a certain degree, and you want to cap your velocity, you want to cap your speed as well, right? So you don't want your velocity to go too, like, you don't want to keep adding force too much as well, right?
Yeah.
So when your thruster activates, it adds force to an amount, to a specific velocity, and you speed up to that. That's how you should be thinking about a controller like that. And then when you want to add, rotations and whatnot, it's all about, like, based upon your left joystick and right joystick are, I guess your left joystick can be left, right, up, down in regards to positioning, and then your right joystick can be kind of like angling. It's kind of hard to determine what you should make what your left and right joystick be. I would actually play those type of games and try to see what they do, because that's the best indicator of how you should treat your left and right joysticks in that regard. But the main
You kind of got.
I kind of. Oh, no. I stopped talking because you fly up, around, thrust, forward, back, and down. Yeah. So honestly, I would just start building it from scratch if I had that assignment. I don't know where I would look. I would probably just try to play the games and get a feel for them and try to build it myself from scratch. There's a guy on YouTube named Sebastian Laug. He's a very, very good programmer, and he has a lot of good physics tutorials. Maybe he has something along this line. Yeah, that would be the first thought on the thruster. Add force and clamp velocity for quick and dirty, because you're going for arcade physics, so it doesn't have to be so accurate.
Honestly, whenever I make physics-based controls now, I stick to add force. It just feels so much better.
Yeah, just by default, right? But like,
Yeah.
like
even
you can get around that. Like I'll show you later a 2D controller I've made that has specific things that are just transform.translate. I'm not going to show you on the stream right now, but like I'll show you later.
Yeah.
And like it has better variables to work with in regards to how, and I guess you can do it with rigid body as well. But at that point, you're basically calculating velocity frame by frame. So it's like, what's the point of using the rigid body, right?
Yeah, like add force, like if you want like still like snappy controls, like you have to figure out like calculating how much force you actually need for like acceleration, so that way like you're not just constantly sliding either, right? Like you only apply enough force that you need to get to like a specific velocity. If that makes sense.
Sorry, say that again.
Like when you're using like add force and you want like really good snappy controls, what I found that works is like just calculating how much force I actually need to accelerate to like a specific.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Doing the physics calculation of the force that required, and then plugging that in. Yeah, that's the correct way of going about it. But I mean, because you're not in complete control, you might not. I guess it would work. The one thing I would be afraid of is if there's inconsistent behavior, because you didn't make rigid body, you don't know why the inconsistent behavior is happening. Do you know what I mean?
I do have the FPS control as well. I can show you that.
Yeah, I don't know. We can look at that off stream. But like, honestly, it's just because I haven't used rigid body that way in like a long time, so it's probably a lot better nowadays. And honestly, for infinite runners and whatnot, I would be using forces to move them side to side in their lanes and stuff, because it just feels better. So I know what you mean. I've done it in the past. All right, so we're gonna go level generator here. Alright, so we're gonna have two scripts. We're gonna have one script which is gonna be our level generator. And I think I'm gonna need another script which is gonna scroll the screen, which is gonna scroll the pieces downwards. Where's Ryan at? Let him know he's my bestie. Thank you
hey,
for
Jessica.
joining. Thank you for joining. Okay, so we're gonna have the level generator. What's the next script we need? We need what can we call this? We can call this, I guess, object scroll.
Yeah, like object mover or something like that.
It's gonna be basically everything. It's gonna be the thing that scrolls everything downwards, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I brought chess. It's okay. It's okay, Evan.
Oh.
All right. Thank you for coming to hang out. We're just this kind of just happened on a whim between me, Ryan, and another friend of ours, Cam. So yeah, we're just gonna be like randomly whenever I have time free and we're all like kind of free, I'm gonna be streaming, so we'll all join on board and you guys can kind of see the process of like a very, very simple mobile game being made, right? Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the subscribe. All right.
Honestly, we can get this done in like I'd say a week or two.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean it's not very difficult.
Yeah. Have you thought about like visuals for the game or no?
Honestly, just make boxes and whatnot, and then we can
Make boxes.
we can get Kyle on board maybe and see what he says once this is all said and done, right? Once we're just art, I can flip it to Kyle and see what he says.
Okay. What do you mean? Why not? Yes.
I think when I said thank you for subscribing, she said why not. So.
Yeah, I thought the like term ones like for programming logic, like the art section.
Or yeah, why not stream? That's also the whole thing. Yeah, why not stream? So you probably don't. Are you part of the art stream? Are you part of the art side?
Yeah, it's
Jess?
just on the art side.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you don't know me, but I'm a programming teacher, right? And I also teach at George Brown College. So I don't get classes for the summer at George Brown, so I have a lot of free time. So why not stream random things, right? Yeah, I work with Kyle. Yes. I am Kyle's partner in crime at Caswa Studios.
I was also working with Hisham for Caspa for a little bit, and then
Yeah, I mean, you still kind of are if once we're ready for a more robust dialogue system, you can continue expanding upon it, right?
yeah.
All right. So object scroll. What do we need? We need it's going to be a public float, I guess. Speed. I'm going to make this quick and dirty. We'll
Yeah.
this will be the thing as it's falling down. It'll just be translating downwards, I guess. Is that all we really need? Yeah. And honestly, I could do it this way. This is gonna be funny. Here, let me do it this way because this is even. It'll be even. Like let's put a rigid body on it that's kinematic and just move it down with with a beginning, and the speed will be the beginning velocity on the you know what I'm talking about. Let's just do that.
RB dot velocity equals to new vector 3? Is that?
Yeah, exactly. Right at the beginning.
If it's kinematic, I don't think you can set velocity directly.
You can.
Can you?
Yes, you can.
I thought you could only use move position.
No. That's oh.
That might be
actually-
3D rigid bodies.
No. You're right, actually. But you know what? I could just put a regular rigid body on it, and just let them fall.
Yeah.
And
like-
we just mess with the gravity scale. We don't even need this object scroll script then. What we do need is like a thing to delete
Okay,
it.
no. I would want a gravity scroll scale to be like
0. And you'd want it to scroll separately.
No, because like if you want your objects to move faster, then that's gonna affect my player's physics, right?
Yeah.
So I keep the gravity scale like just like the default 9.81.
Okay, but that's gonna make the objects fall regardless, unless we have a kinematic rigid body. So you're right. We have to move position. If we move position, yeah, I'll do it with the kinematic rigid body. So we also have all the collision functions and everything required,
Yeah.
like triggering and whatnot. So
Yeah.
I think it makes sense regardless, just having that. So
Yeah.
RB get component rigid body 2D. Ooh.
We basically become like a TFS podcast channel.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, honestly, it's like the best way to kind of get started, isn't it?
Yeah.
once you hit the ground running, that's when it starts getting rolling, right?
hmm Yeah. And like Josh and I are planning on starting like a game jam for like TFS programs, right? End of the term.
Yeah, that would be amazing for all of them. Podcasts are good. Eventually, the algorithm will get you. Honestly, the way that I've been working, it's like you do these live streams, and then you YouTube short clips of the live stream, and the YouTube shorts get more views than the live stream. But anything can kind of go viral by doing that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah,
if we're gonna get that, we'll say if not rigid body, even though this is not possible because of the require component, but just for sanity's sake, then we'll say rb.isKinematic is equal to true. And the way this object will scroll downwards is new vector. Oh, what am I doing? It's vector2 next position fixed update is going to equal new vector2. Oh, is this a Bayonetta song? Oh, nice.
Is it?
Yeah. It's the battle theme.
Oh. Oh wait, I have a different game run.
Oh yeah. No. You're not listening to what I'm listening to. All right. All right. So on the X position, these things don't. Oh well, I guess some objects might move on the X position, but we'll leave that for later, right?
Yeah.
Next position is always going to be on the Y is always going to be transform dot position dot Y plus our speed is going to be in units. So what I should say, unit speed, right? So in unity units. So this is going to be a small number. We don't want it to be a huge number. I mean, we are going to be multiplying by time, not delta time. But I mean, this is the next position we want to be at. I don't think we need to multiply by time to delta time for rb.move position. Let me just double check that. That's a scripting API thing. Have you used rb.move position before?
Yeah. So
Is it a thing where it's just automatically Oh, this is not RB rigid body 2D.
What do you mean?
When you pass in the next position, do you have to
Yeah.
multiply it by delta time or not?
Yes.
You do? Okay. 'Cause-
And you also have to add like the original position because it moves by like world positions, not like by direction.
so I don't even have to do the.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you could
So,
do
so
is
I would
probably
just do unit speed times time. I would just do.
You could do vector 2 dot down times unit speed plus your original position.
Yeah. You can't add unit speed that way. You'd have to.
You multiply it, no?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Unit speed. And then this is gonna give us. This is gonna give us like. Yeah. Okay. But this is only for downward. We want to make it because some might there might be some things that are obstacles that move left and right, right?
Then instead of like a float variable, why not just a vector 2 variable, which is like our
Yeah.
and then each prefab could have its own
Yeah,
values,
it would just go like left or right maybe. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
And time dot delta time. Oh well, fixed delta time.
Mhm. So you might want to get rid of the vector 2 down. Right?
There's going to be no gravity on it. It's kinematic, right?
Yeah.
So we have to move downwards, don't we?
No, but in the unit speed we can just specify.
Oh, we can specify it's going downwards by this much. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Okay, so then RB dot move position. This is
Yeah.
so simple.
Yeah, I know.
Next pause. And that's it, right? Honestly,
yeah. You
I don't
just
think
have to add the
do we
original
have to
position.
do
as
we
well.
have to add also? Okay, yeah. Because I haven't used this in so long.
Mhm.
Transform that position. Okay. Oops. Okay. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I'm,
Oh. Yeah. I guess.
you could do RB dot position. That's vector
Okay.
2.
That's okay. We'll do that for now. Test that.
Right.
Unnecessary cast, but it's okay. Okay, so that's the object scroll script. Let's just throw it on an object and see what happens.
Okay.
Where's your wall border? Grab one of these wall borders and do it. This is what I hate now. It's like because I'm
Yeah.
streaming,
Oh.
I need a better piece. I need a better CPU.
Okay, it's definitely not that bad for me.
For what?
Like my compile time, like it's not that.
Yeah, no, it's bad for me right now because I'm streaming, right? Like it's
Mhm.
bad like this when I'm teaching, when I'm streaming, but when I'm doing it alone, it's so much faster. You need 3 monitors too?
2
Oh.
is good enough.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, but what? But I do 1, 2, and number
you
3
actually
right
have
there. Yeah, I do.
Oh wow.
Right.
No,
Oh, wait,
I
hold
just
on,
run
hold
2.
on. Let me show that a little bit better. 1, 2, and that's 3 right there. All right.
Just what do you mean? I just need to. I need one screen to show me the code, and I need the other to show me the engine. That's it.
All right. Yeah, it's taken. It took years to compile all the equipment necessary for this setup.
I don't even have space for a third monitor, to be honest. Like,
All right. Let's see. Right here. Let's throw that on. Right now, let's give unit speed like 1, like just the vector 2 dot down, basically.
yeah,
Uh,
it's gonna move up.
oh yeah,
Right.
-1. You are correct.
I've used so much Unity, like I can like nitpick all these. small
Yeah,
things, like-
yeah. Honestly, that's great because like I don't do enough Unity, so
Mhm.
so that's good. We don't need to do anything here. Where's the? We can change it to kinematic. I already do that in code as a sanity thing, but it's all right. We don't really need to do anything else. You know what? Honestly, just to make sure that we're not messing anything up as well when we let's make sure that they all have box gliders as well automatically, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Just because
Yeah. I don't
We
think I gave them box glider.
I don't think you did.
Or it automatically gets added. I'm not sure.
I mean, they didn't. It didn't look like they had box sliders, but
Okay.
wait, why? Oh, that's why.
Unity deals with radians, right? Not degrees.
Yes, there's certain functions that do either or, but you have to double check that in the. It's mostly radians though.
Okay. Yeah, that's radians. Okay.
It's always a good thing to just quickly consult the documentation. There's too many things to remember in anything. Yeah, see, it doesn't have a box collider, right?
Ah.
So now the next time I add the object scroll, it's just gonna add everything for me. Okay, cool. That has a box collider. It's a proper collider. Now I just hit play. I just want to see if it just scrolls down. That's all I need to see. It's scrolling down before we even start. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Because the start isn't doing anything via time scale or anything like that, right?
There's no time scale. It's just
Yeah,
based
yeah.
on like a game manager state.
Yeah, that's okay. So we can set the object scroll to be based on game manager state as well.
Yeah, there should be a delegate.
Is
already set
there
up.
is there a delegate or is it like an
Yeah.
instance variable I can use?
Delegate game manager on game state change, and then you can
Okay, yeah.
parse through like the enums. So main
Yeah.
menu, game, post game,
Yeah,
pause, settings.
Okay. I understand that. Do you have an instance for the game manager? Is it
Yeah.
is it singleton?
Yep.
On game state changed.
Yeah,
Is it an action
No.
event?
it's an action, so you can do plus equals.
Yeah. Okay. Does it have any
No.
terms?
No.
No. Okay.
Nope.
On state change.
If you want to get the game state afterwards, there's a getter function for it called
Okay.
get game state.
Okay. On state changed. Can we call this function?
I
Game.
I started calling anything that's subscribed to delegates like just the function itself. So like, if you go on main menu manager, I just call it game manager state change callback something.
So on state change callback or whatever,
Yeah,
or whatever like that.
yeah. That way, like I explicitly know
What's going on?
exactly.
Okay.
Then you could
Game
probably just do-
manager dot instance dot get game state. Honestly, why can't I just do this in the beginning?
You could. Wait.
Oh no.
in the big-
But I would need to know because like there would have to be, I guess there would have to be bool
Yeah.
can scroll or something, I guess.
Yeah.
If can scroll is false, return. We do not want to go there. Get game state. This is
This is an enum. Oh, yeah.
it's what's the enum called?
So when we're on play, I think
Game
what we
state.
want,
Yeah.
we want to look for if it's equals to game.
So we can go if cur state is equal to game state dot game, then
Yeah.
can scroll is equal to true. Right. And by default, this is false.
No.
Right. Oh, and there is going to be one thing that we'll need to do. We'll need to go on state change callback here, just because in the initial start for anything new spawning, it needs to know right away, right?
Yeah.
That this is something that everybody forgets.
Mhm.
And then they're like, why isn't it scrolling afterwards? It's because
In
it
case we're
doesn't
gonna be-
initially check the state, right?
Yeah. In case we're gonna be destroying these objects, I would also say we should
We should,
Unsubscribe.
yeah, you're right.
like on disable or on destroy. Yeah.
This is going to be on both of these because eventually this will be object pooled, but for now,
Yeah.
You
And you subscribed on start, right?
Yes, I should do it on awake.
No, start.
Well,
is
well,
fine.
well, I guess because the game manager. Well, I mean, you could turn the game manager's execution to be like the first script that it's executed.
Yeah, I know how to do it. I personally don't like that. Like,
I
I'd
mean,
rather subscribe to things on start rather than worry about like runtime order, especially like in the later stages.
Yeah.
Like, let's say
honestly,
we have a
honestly,
few
honestly,
singletons.
if we have enough singletons, runtime order is a big deal. So you have to like
Exactly.
really like so yeah. I agree. Like you want to keep it to as few singletons as possible. Maybe one,
Mhm.
only one in the project, and then like everything else kind of is doing like a messaging sort of system, right?
Yeah.
It is the best way of communication between objects.
Yeah. So, for like bigger games, what I started doing is using scriptable objects for like handling events. In between.
Yes, that is I teach doing that in the last class of the term
Mhm.
for cross-platform 2 actually. All right. Okay. So that should just fix that.
Yeah.
And this wall border should now only start when I hit play.
Yeah. It should.
Boom. That's our object scroll script done.
Nice.
Super simple. No like what? 10 minutes? 15 minutes? Didn't really take that long.
Yeah, I'm just
There's a lot of the problem with streaming during development. There's a lot of like there's sometimes a lot of distractions with the chat that like you have to like, oh yeah, let's and I'm a type of person that gets distracted very easily either way, right?
I mean, that's fine. I think that's the fun part about
That
streaming,
that
right?
is
Like,
the fun part about streaming. But you know, it's always like, oh man, couldn't have got this done faster. But like honestly, it's just fun streaming in general. And hey,
Mhm.
if it helps somebody learn how to game develop, why not, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we can throw on the other wall, do the same thing. You know the one thing the one thing that's gonna happen now is our level generator is gonna store the prefab, and the prefab can have some sort of like there's got to be some sort of way to know all the objects, so you can set the object scroll to the same thing for everything. So it's all scrolling down at the same speed, right?
Yeah.
For each new level piece, unless we do want different speeds. But like honestly, I think like we don't want to worry about collisions of obstacles, right? some scrolling
Yep.
down faster than others and stuff.
Yep.
We would rather, as the game increases, our speeds increase uniformly, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so that's another thing I have to kind of consider in the level generator. In the prefab, well, in the prefab in particular. So let's go to the. We're gonna have the walls scrolling downwards to mimic the player going upwards, like a player constantly going up. The walls are scrolling downwards right now, so that like the player will feel like they're falling. So and the player will be falling too. I mean, I guess we could scroll the walls upwards.
Hmm.
And then like, how about that? How about we scroll the walls upwards, and the player's just jumping between the walls? That actually makes a lot of sense as well.
Wait. So what are we doing?
So Ivan raised actually a good point. What about us scrolling the walls upwards and like a death trigger coming from? Let me think. Scroll the walls upwards to me. No. That wouldn't work because our death trigger is at the bottom of the level, and our things are spawning from the top. So we have to keep jumping up, keep jumping up, and we have to pass as many obstacles as possible. So you know what I could do in the level generator as well? I can add the ability to kind of, when you pass an obstacle, see, the problem is we're going to also have to decrease score if you fall down through obstacles as well, right? If that's like the case, if we like increase score every time you pass a certain obstacle.
We could just
Like
base it on like
Flappy
picking
Birds.
up coins.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm okay with that. Like, obstacles are just like the thing that will impede the player, but the coin collection is the main thing.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm okay with that. Let's make a prefab folder. In here, this is gonna have like level pieces. Am I spelling that correctly? I don't know.
What are you saying?
Pieces.
Yeah.
I'm always like paranoid about my spelling of that word.
Yeah. I'm straight up carried by autocorrect at this point. Like, I don't even deny it.
Like, yeah, me too. Definitely the autocorrect has helped me with my spelling of any.
Yeah. Like, if you made me write an exam on pen and paper now, you are guaranteed spelling mistakes for everything.
Okay, so we're gonna create an empty game object first. We're gonna call this the player's scaling up the level and the things are falling down, and if the player hits the ground, they die, basically. There's going to be like a permanent death trigger down here, where it's like things keep falling down and you're dodging it, coins are spawning, things are spawning that are good and bad. Get the good, avoid the bad. Don't fall to your death. And what this does is, because we're constantly falling, and this is kind of like you're constantly jumping up, wall jumping between walls and stuff, the player is never going to get too high up that there's going to be problems. There's going to be like, we're going to be scaling the difficulty faster and faster and faster. Objects will be falling faster and faster and faster. So it's like, it's going to be impossible to get too high. So it'll work out. So this game object will be, I guess, piece. This is the main. Oh, let me pause music for a sec. Put this at 0, 0, 0. Start with the piece.
Feels a bit better.
The piece will have 2 walls.
Uh, question: do
Yes.
you want the player to still
Should I
slide
just
while we're charging?
um
What do you think?
yes, only yes, I would say so because um the player the player should only be able to not slide if they're using like the bullet time effect sort of
Okay.
deal, right?
But like, let's say they're on the wall, they're holding the button, they're about to like to calculating their jump trajectory, right?
But like
So even during then, they're
yeah,
still sliding, right?
yeah, they should still be sliding. So the jump track, you know what I would imagine? I would
Yeah.
imagine like if you're looking at my stream right now, like
Yeah.
there's like a line going from the player to the other
Yeah.
side, and it's like slowly coming down with the player. Do you get what I
I
mean?
was gonna do like a few dots.
Or yeah, like exactly. Like whatever. It's not like it doesn't have to be so like crazy, but like I would imagine you'd see the arc as you're building it up,
Yeah.
and as you're sliding, the arc's end point is changing too.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like there's gonna be a lot of like calculation of positioning every frame of these things, but because it's only two or three things, it's not like every phone's gonna be able to handle it, right?
It's not end of the world, and I'll disable like once
On
we
it,
like get to a
honestly, I'm,
collision.
I'm I'm thinking of another thing too. Can't I just put this like? Can't I just make like one like the piece like this? And this was the original idea as well, where
Yeah.
like I add like a trigger to the entire piece, and I just put the rigid body on this thing and scroll everything down that way. Um,
You could.
would that be better? Because like then we can also
Uh,
determine like we can also determine when you enter specific pieces as well.
so this box fly would be a trigger. Then,
Would be a
right?
trigger,
Like
yes. It would be
yeah,
a trigger,
okay.
and it would
And
and
then-
it would expand the entire piece basically.
Yeah, that works.
And then what I can use is I can use this box collider's extents to place each piece.
Hmm. Yeah, I'd
All
say
right,
that
thanks
works.
thanks for stopping by, Jessica. And yeah, this Thursday at around 10 a.m. we're gonna stream more of us developing this game. So if you're down. All right. Anyways, let's the way that this kind of don't cause problems in class. I don't want any offset. Like what? 15 by 20? Like that's like the collider size, 15 by 20. Does that
Is it?
look fairly accurate?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So like that this is how the level piece is actually going to be. We don't need the object scroll piece on everything actually. We can make this even easier.
Yep.
I am big braining as I'm thinking about it. You know? And the thing can be like as you traverse entire pieces, you can get points as well. And it doesn't have to be like just currency. Currency can be one thing and points can be another.
Yeah.
This opens up a lot, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's get rid of the object scroll script on this guy. Move. Just remove all these things. We still need box colliders on all the things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're gonna be checking for. Okay, but this now basically makes our entire piece one massive physics object, which is way better actually. Let's way more efficient. Even though this game isn't going to be that terribly hard anyways. Yeah, see, it's all scrolling down at the same speed and everything. All right. And yeah, we could like increase the speed and stuff. We could even like do like a kind of like the speed increases over time for every single object, for every single level piece, so that it doesn't look like it's just constantly scrolling down. It looks like it's actually falling down fast, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll add that into the object scroll script later, but let's start building the actual pieces. So this is just one piece with two walls. You could imagine. Now the problem comes, it's like the problem comes with certain obstacles that might want to go left and right. But I guess that can have like a separate script on it.
Or the child itself handles like the left and right movement, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So you in the main object scroll script, it's always like the gravity, and then other objects can have the object scroll script and just use the X positioning. You're correct. All right. So this already is a good. I need to kind of reason it out myself sometimes.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I always do the same thing.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I can just duplicate this wall border and make it smaller, right? Call this, like, I guess. You know what? Actually, instead, we're not gonna make the obstacles. We're gonna spawn them, right? We're gonna do randomization within randomization, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I guess create empty. This is going to be spawn point 1, and actually, like we'll make these specific. Obstacle spawn. Jeez. Okay. Let's move it into like a random position. Like down here. And yeah, we'll do like 3 obstacles per, I guess. Well,
Okay.
I guess 2 for now. 2 obstacles, like 1 in this quadrant, 1 in this quadrant. And then we can have like another one that has it reversed. 1 in this quadrant, 1 in this quadrant sort of deal.
Okay.
Right? So for optical spawns. And then we'll have like item spawns as well, right?
Mhm. Okay.
Like that.
Now, yeah, now that I'm doing add force, I think it might even be better that our charge determines our launch angle instead of like our actual force. So like the longer we hold, the steeper the angle becomes.
Oh,
sense?
okay, yeah, that could make sense, and it probably feels pretty good too, actually, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have obstacle spawns. What else are we gonna do? We're gonna do item spawns. So duplicate item spawn. Duplicate. Right. So I'm gonna just put like one spawn point in each quadrant, basically.
Okay.
Like if we consider like our things being kind of like split up into 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So I should be also. I don't know why I'm using this layout, and why I'm not using the simulator.
Simulator. I mean, there's no mobile controls yet.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, this makes the way it's going to look a lot more accurate, right?
That's true.
And I need to kind of ensure that everything's kind of accurate. All the I'm going to be testing it on my Pixel, right? So you can see this, right? See what happened?
Yeah. Yep.
Now I need to we need to figure some stuff out. You need to like, we'll need to like scale the UI and all that, and I will need to. This is the reason why I should have done this from the get go. Yeah, this is too big now. Okay. I'm gonna build it for. Let me look for the. What's the lowest phone that we want to support? Lowest resolution phone we want to support.
Oh, that is gonna be annoying. I think Cam's gonna know more about this than
Yeah, no. I already know what we need to do. You can fix up the UI. I'm gonna fix up the level generator pieces, right?
Okay. Yeah, once we like figure out like what's our bottlenecks
Yeah.
or bottlenecks, start doing that. Okay, I kind of like this level of control for now. I'm gonna
What?
push if you want to take a look.
Okay, yeah.
This is still not with changing the angle. This is still adjusting like the launch force. I'm
Okay.
just launching the player at 45 degrees every
Let
time.
me save this. All right. Let me take a look.
Yeah, just go to my scene and give it a
whirl.
whirl.
Oh, let me play again here. Oh, sorry. I had to turn on my music again. Right. Let's pull this. All right. These polls are always so. Oh, and I didn't close Unity, but updated player controller. Let's see. Unity should auto compile because it shouldn't be too hard.
It just it's literally two things, script
Yeah.
and scene.
Yeah. The recompile shouldn't be that difficult for Unity in this case.
You'd be surprised.
I mean, it's the reason why a lot of like independent developers are switching to Godot and stuff, right?
Yep.
Because it's a lot. Ryan's seen one. What the hell?
Wait, why is there two?
I have no idea. Oh, I should probably switch
It
that
should-
to.
Yeah, because I only see just Ryan's scene.
I must have accidentally duplicated it twice.
Okay.
Let's see.
So it's gonna be space.
Spacebar? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And the longer you hold it, the higher you
Yeah.
jump.
Yeah, that's good. And then like we have like a, you can have like a. Oh, I sailed right over it. But you
Yeah,
can
you're
have,
gonna
like,
do
a-
that now, but
Yeah. No. We won't. We'll have like constant walls spawning, right? So there won't be a way to get out. But the thought process. the thought process is we just have like a dot 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 like going from like here to
Yeah,
there, and
exactly.
it's just like going like up like that. You don't even see the arc. You just see kind of like the line to where you're gonna head, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. There's also some
I,
fields.
I,
you
mean- I
can mess
mean, I
around with.
mean, I mean, you know, if do you know how to open up a second scene and do a physics
Yep.
calculation on the side? I taught you that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, we could do that and actually show the arc. But that's up to you if you want to go through
Yeah.
that.
We
that-
might not need a second scene. I can just do it on like the main one and just
Yeah, yeah.
render it like on top of everything else.
That is true. That is true. But yeah, if you want to go right now, just show the line. But if you want to go the route of the full arc, that would be cool too.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And that one I'm gonna
yeah,
have to figure out because that one also has to deal with collisions and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because you'll have to do like the arc will have to stop at like when there's like an obstacle here and you're colliding with it, you have to show the arc is now going like this way, right?
Yep.
That will be. I think that would be a fun challenge to kind of accomplish.
Yeah.
I would love to like help you out with that actually if once we get to it. Right now, I guess the line is good for right now, but
Yeah.
definitely want to try that out. All right, let me continue back on what I was doing. Oh. Shoot. I should just you know what I should do? I should just let me make this a prefab already. Okay, so we'll just play with what you've done so far, but I'll talk to Cam about what's the smallest phone size we should support, and then I'll reposition everything.
Yeah. Because he's released a few more like mobile games, so he should.
Well, he'll know which we should target for at least. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's good. So obstacle spawn, item spawn. Oh, item spawn in the same place as an obstacle, which is not correct. Move that down. Oops. And then you know the funny things is the obstacles can be prefabs that
Are inside prefabs.
yeah, and the obstacles can have their own randomization.
Yep.
Oh man, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's actually the part I'm not looking forward to. I hate like actually designing the pieces afterwards.
Yeah, no, I don't like this part either, but it has to be done.
It has to be done, yeah. That's why like all these games, like I'll have some cool systems out, but it's not actually a game. It's just a tech piece, I guess.
Yeah,
Take demo.
yeah. Okay, so now let's build an obstacle. So this is honestly, yeah. I guess we can have like multiple different types of pieces with multiple different positions of the obstacle spawns and the item spawns, and I guess we can have like this can be our standard level piece for now.
Yeah.
Where an obstacle can now be, and this is piece 1. I guess the game manager can hold the level generator, which game manager object can hold the level generator, which will generate these level pieces in order. Right now, I'm not going to worry about obstacle spawning and any of that stuff. Let's just worry about spawning like spawning like 5 level pieces and keep continuously spawning them. So what we should have is just walls going up. Let's leave it at that for now. So let's go ahead and do that because I already have everything I need for that, and the object scroll script can actually now help us out in one other way. What that other way is if transform dot position dot y is less than or equal to, like -10,
Like
Just-
bounds, basically.
Yeah, this is just our bounds for right now. This will be returned to pool eventually, right? But
Mhm.
I can just make this a one-line thing and just destroy. Right? So just destroy
Yeah.
myself. Wait. Oh, I have to give my game object. But yeah, well, this is just our bounds, right? So.
Mhm.
And then on destroy, we're gonna do one more thing. This won't be in a singleton, but this will be stored as a public reference on the game manager. Are you touching the game manager, by the way, at all?
No.
No. Are you okay with me adding a public reference to the level generator for anything that wants the level generator? Because what's gonna happen?
You could, or
I could make the level generator singleton too, but I don't really want that. The only reason is because I want like when one object gets destroyed, the next object spawns. That's the only thing. I just need like
what you could do is have a
Oh,
static delegate on the object scroll instead.
That's
right?
true. That's true.
Just a static one where on any object destroyed, you pass in which game object is about to get destroyed. Right? That way, nothing else gets like hooked up.
Hooked
each
up
other.
to it. Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to think of. So you wanna just do like a
Public static event.
yeah, public
action.
static event action, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Like it's up to you, but like I'd
yeah,
say
I
like
think-
this
I
one,
think-
like
yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's better this way. I have to use systems.
yeah, using systems.
What can I call this?
On any object.
I guess on piece destroyed.
Yeah.
Does it need any typing? I don't think it needs any typing.
No.
Um,
Maybe you can pass in the game object that's getting destroyed, but
yeah.
shouldn't be necessary.
Like what? Like.
It's a game object, I guess.
Like I guess, but the thing is, like, it's just gonna be like just spawn, just
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, because like it doesn't really need like on piece destroyed. Like honestly, really and truly, one piece is getting destroyed at a time because they're all scrolling uniformly until the next pieces get like kind of spawned, right? And
Yep.
then they're all what's gonna happen is the level generator is gonna store all of them so that like when an increase in speed needs to happen, it can loop through all of the level pieces and increase them uniformly, right?
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, the static on piece destroyed is fine because like only one piece at a time is gonna go. So we can just call that invoke right here.
Okay.
All right. Do you use this syntax for invoking, by the way?
Yeah.
Just
It's like a null check.
yeah, just making sure you're doing it this way is the easiest way of doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing as doing a null check, but in layman's computer terms, like when it goes into the machine code, it's literally the exact same thing. But
Yeah. It's readable for like delegate. I do it specifically for delegate, so nothing else.
Nothing
Everything
else,
else,
yes.
I
yeah, I agree. I agree. Okay, so in the level generator, we're gonna have a public, I guess it was gonna be a public list of pieces
Okay, this
Uh,
feels a lot better.
of game objects. It's a public list of game objects. I guess we can call it current pieces. This is
Yeah.
and this isn't actually going to be a public. This is just going to be a list in the level generator. What the level generator will need to store is it's going to need to store a public list of multiple things. Like it's all game objects, but it's going to be obstacles. I'm not gonna worry about this right now, but we can just put the variables there,
Hmm.
right? Items.
I swapped it to scaling the angle instead. It's starting to feel a lot better already.
Nice.
Like much more. What is it? Accurate. And consistent.
Nice. That's good. All right, so we have obstacles, items, and then I guess we can have pieces. So the main thing is going to be is like the piece gets placed, and then when the piece gets placed, it looks at like what are its spawn positions, and then it places obstacles and items. So that part, placing obstacles and items, is going to be a future function. I'm not going to work on that this stream because I'm about to call it a stream once this is done. Once this is kind of like infinitely generating, because I do got other things to do today, unfortunately.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, we can go ahead and start that. Okay, so with the pieces in mind, on start, we're going to generate. We will have, I guess, a public int starting pieces, right? And then this can be well, this can, like, I guess, be defaulted to like 6 or whatever was what I was talking about. So it's going to generate 6 pieces in the beginning. So for int I equals 0. I hate the syntax of for loops because I always forget how to write them.
Oh yeah. But Visual Studio has a other thing where if you press tab,
like it doesn't work for me sometimes though.
Oh,
Like sometimes
really?
it does, sometimes it doesn't. For tab. Oh, there it did. It did it this time. Okay. I is less than our starting pieces. I plus plus. So what we're going to do is we're going to instantiate. Okay, so now here's the math piece.
uh-huh.
The spawn position of each subsequent piece
And this is
is
the beginning.
is the bounds extent on the y, like
Times I?
the max. It's going to be on the like, okay, so what will happen is for whatever, we're going to say game object obj is equal to instantiate our pieces at, oh, and you know what, we can have a start point. Oh no, because like
Oh, they made a shameless plugs channel for you.
that's so funny.
Uh,
That's so funny. That is so funny. I am down for that shameless plugs channel. All right. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna actually instantiate our first piece and then use that to determine where all the next pieces go. So this isn't starting pieces. This is, well, I guess this is still starting pieces, but the first piece gets spawned differently. So we'll say game object obj equals instantiate instantiate my I guess pieces at random dot range from 0 to pieces dot length or dot count, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to randomize whatever piece we have, and
Wait,
it's going
wouldn't you want to randomize it in the for loop though? So
no,
like
no, no,
it's
no, no.
random
This
per.
is just the first piece being placed.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Like the first piece, I think we're going to place it. We can do, you know, actually, what? We'll just place it vector 2 dot 0. So like it's gonna be in 0 0.
Mhm.
And then quaternion dot identity, because we don't care about any rotation. So this should place our first object at that specific position. So we'll say current pieces dot add. Oops. OBJ. So we are adding our object that we've just spawned. OBJ dot, and now we have to subscribe. The reason why I'm doing this outside of the loop is because we only need to subscribe to one object scroll because it's a static event. So
Yeah.
and it's only one calling at a time. So the start piece being placed one time at the beginning makes sense because these things have to happen, and then the loop happens after. So what's actually going to happen is this is starting pieces. It's starting pieces plus 1 is what the starting pieces actually ends up being, and we just have to kind of consider that as a part of our design.
Yep.
Make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
OBJ dot
One
get
warning:
component.
make sure you do unsubscribe from static events, though.
On the destroy.
Yeah, because they sometimes tend to be persistent, even when you like unplay, get out of the editor and whatnot.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, so like on destroy, on disable, just unsubscribe again.
Okay. I know what you mean. You're talking about on destroy on disable of this object.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
on whatever you subscribe to, basically.
Yeah. What's it called again? Or can't I just use, because it's a static event, I can just say object scroll.
You don't need
Yeah.
get component since it's static.
Yeah.
So the
What did I call it? On piece destroyed.
object destroy.
Yeah, on piece destroyed.
There you go.
On piece destroyed. All back. And this is where we respawn our. I'll just say spawn piece, and we will actually call the function spawn piece because that's what it should be called.
Alright. So right now I have
on
like
enable and on disable. I'll don't worry. I'll add that just to be safe right now.
okay.
Yeah. What
For
what
now,
do you say?
I've added a few fields that we can mess around with. So we have the launch force, which is consistent regardless of how much you hold, right?
Okay, nice.
Right now, what's getting changed is like the launch angle itself. So how steep of an angle we want to launch ourselves towards. Right now, the max is set to 75 and the min is set to 15. So if you just tap it, it's gonna launch you at an angle of 15, right?
Okay, nice.
And you got some sliding force as well. So like when you're on the wall, how much you're sliding down.
Oh, and then
And-
that can be modified by things that you collide with and stuff too. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. And the last one is just time to max charge. So how long it takes for you to charge. Right now I have it as 0.8.
Okay.
Most likely we're gonna play around with these values, but yeah. And I also have to clean up my script because it's super messy.
All right. We're almost done here in regards to what should be the scroll. So now we build the for loop. What's going to happen is we're going to say bounds equals current pieces. I know I could just use obj because it's there, but we're going to do this in like the loop manner, which is going to be we're going to start at like it's going to be the current position. So
Yeah.
because it's going to be the 0th position, it's box collider. And honestly, this might not be a box collider. We can just give it collider 2D. It can be whatever collider.
Question:
Dot bounds. What do you?
Isn't it like a consistent Y bounce? Wouldn't you say? Like everything is like almost the same.
Yes, but what if we want like certain pieces maybe are smaller or
Okay,
bigger or
yeah,
whatever?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
this is just gonna be like work with everything that we try.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Okay.
That
Yeah, that makes sense.
let's try to make it as robust as possible because this isn't actually very complicated, so I can make it
Yeah.
super robust. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say vector 2 next spawn point is going to equal new vector 2 and it's going to be 0 on the x because we're not moving anywhere there, but it's going to be the bounds dot bounds dot bounds dot max dot y.
I think it's extend. Oh,
No,
yeah.
no, bounds.max.y is the y value we need, but there is one thing else that we do need. We need to also spawn our new piece first. Basically this.
Oh yeah.
Basically this. You know why, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
we need the extents of this
You're
collider.
getting a null ref at the moment. If you didn't,
What do you mean?
when did you get a null ref? If you didn't instantiate it before.
No. OBJ is already added here, so I won't get a null ref here.
Okay.
Because there's already one in the
No,
Is
but
there-
whatever is in current pieces is not instantiated yet, right? It's
no, it got instantiated up here and added here.
oh okay.
Oh well, and honestly, if needed, this isn't required because we're instantiating down there, but we should probably just to be safe, we should probably do that.
But you're still not instantiating. What is it?
What?
Current pieces I. Let's say I is at its second index. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah. That's gonna be but right now it's at its first index, like so
Okay.
so which is 0.
Mhm.
And we've already added an object. Imagine this like coming from the first, but
Okay.
first time around we have to be next. This will just be next obj. Next time around we have to still do this right away. Spawn this. The reason being is because I'm gonna need this guy's bounds as well, but specifically I'm gonna need this guy's extents because the extents determine the extent bounds. My last piece's bounds plus my extents gives me the exact center point where I should be at.
Okay.
Does that make
That-
sense?
that
Because if
makes
we're
sense. That makes
spawning from the center position of the object,
Mhm.
we need the last piece's bounds plus my extent, which gets to the middle of my object.
Yeah,
And
that part I get.
yeah. So
I
that's the reason why I'm doing it this way. What's
Mhm.
the part you're having difficulty with?
No,
Because
it's
what's
not
gonna happen?
difficulty.
What's
I
gonna
was just
happen? What's gonna
concerned.
happen? What's gonna happen at the end of this is current pieces dot add next obj. Do you understand?
Yeah, but you need to add the next OBJ to current pieces. Otherwise,
Yeah.
would
But it's
be
happening
nuts.
at the end of the loop, so that
No,
like,
but you have to do it before you do line 26. Is what I'm saying.
not necessarily because it's already happening up here.
That's for the first one though.
Yes, but this is only
But-
happening one time in start. But then for the
Wait,
next
but
one,
is-
so the
Is
first
your
one
loop
is
going more than once?
no the loop. This is the one-time loop at the beginning of the game, and then
Wait, then
every
it doesn't need
next
to be a
one.
loop then, does it?
Oh, it doesn't really, but it's easier this way. Why would I just do this
I-
4 times around? Like
I
it can be a
guess.
recursive function. It can be like whatever that loops it over and over again. But
Mhm.
like it's faster to this way than it is like if I were to like just copy and paste it, copy and paste it, copy and paste it 6 times. Why would I do that?
Okay.
Like this, I'm just doing it this way, but look at it logically. I'm adding it here, and then I'm adding it here. It's gonna run through the loop one time, and we're gonna end up with 7 pieces with they're all lined up because of the way I did it. Right? Do you get what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
So this is we need to get. I guess this is gonna be called this can just be called bounds, and we can be called next obj bounds for this guy. And this isn't that. This is just next obj. Right? So we get the next objects bounds, we get the current objects bounds, and then bounds plus max plus y is next object bounds plus extents plus y or dot y. So this should give us every center point going forward, and this should just give us like 6 objects. And when we spawn piece, it's just this,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
And when we despawn piece, when we destroy, we're just gonna have to remove current pieces dot remove at 0, because it's always the first. It's always the first
Yeah.
guy that gets removed, right?
Mhm. Yep.
Isn't that simple enough? Like, look
Yeah.
how simple this is. It was like I think this should just work out the box. I don't know if there's any. Oh well, actually, sorry. There is one thing I didn't do properly. It's like once we spawn the next OBJ, we have to move it to the correct place, because we're not doing that right away. Because of the
Yeah.
way that we have to grab our next spawn point. We have to spawn the object and then move it. So that might be an issue where an object pooler can kind of negate the. You know how it might look like
Yeah.
for like a frame that it just like is there and then it teleports. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
But I mean, if we're
Oh.
pulling them, they're gonna be disabled
um,
before they're even spawned, right?
yeah, and this is going to be current pieces dot count, right? So we're grabbing the last -1.
Mhm.
We're grabbing the last one, right?
Okay.
Because that's the current piece now, and we're gonna say next obj. Oops. Dot transform dot position is equal to next spawn point, right?
Yeah.
Boom. That's the little bit of difference, but do you kind of get the logic behind it all?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get the logic. Like, I had no issue with the logic itself.
I think this is just gonna work, and we can call it a stream here with like this kind of infinite level generator, and I can kind of like then go back to the drawing board about how I want to handle obstacles and items. because I'm not 100% on how I want to handle those specifically, but this should give us an infinite level now. Okay, so, and I say those are famous last words, right? I say it's like it's just gonna work.
Should have at least one prefab on it, right?
Yeah, just the one piece for now. And the start point. Oh, we don't even need the start point anymore. Why do I still have that there? I'm using vector 2.0 because as a starting point. All right. All right. Let's hit play. And let's take a look at this. Oh, piece. Are they all in the 0000?
Yep.
What happened here?
You have an error.
Did you spawn new game objects from destroy? Some objects were not cleaned up when closing the scene. Did you spawn new game objects from on destroy? Oh. It looked like it placed those things. That's a little weird. It's at 00. Oh, also, why is this piece still here? It shouldn't be there anymore. And this is awkward because this piece doesn't exist in the world, does it?
No.
This is what you were talking about. Like all 6 pieces are here. Do you see?
Oh, wait, what? Why?
And they're under game canvas for some reason. Or never
They
mind.
shouldn't be.
No, they shouldn't be. They're just stuck.
Huh.
Okay. Let's try this again. Game manager, you have a piece, starting pieces, your level generator. Yeah. Play. Okay. Why are they all at 000 though? That doesn't make sense to me.
Are you parenting them to the game manager?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
Play. They all scroll down at the same speed. So when they get placed, oh,
okay, I think I know what the issue is with this. Because your level generator is also attached to the game manager.
yeah,
And game manager, I think, tends to have like property attributes where it keeps things persistent in the editor. You might want to just make a separate game object for your level generators.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
I think that's the issue. It might be something else entirely.
It's saying, are you spawning something on destroy? I am technically with the object scroll script, right?
Yeah.
So what I should be doing is,
I'd say do this on disable instead.
yeah, because when we stop the editor on destroy is what's really messing it up and
Yeah.
spawning a bunch of pieces again. So the one thing that I didn't consider is
Or you invoke the delegate when you do the height check or like the bounce check, rather
yes,
than
yes,
directly on
yes,
on
you're
destroy
right.
on
You're
disable.
right. You're right. Because that is more safe overall.
Yeah.
not engine level,
Hmm.
right? And honestly, I should probably do this before the frame, like at the beginning of the frame. No, actually, let's do it.
It shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter if you do the beginning or the ending. You're right.
Yeah.
I was just trying to keep it at one line as possible, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. That was the problem. Really and truly, it wasn't like it's on the game manager and that's why and all that.
Mhm.
It's because I was calling it
I've
from.
heard issues like this, but I've never seen them myself. So like,
Yeah, no, I've done it before, and it's just a like a brain fart moment sort of deal, right?
yeah.
Okay. There's an issue with the generator right now because it's going to generate all the pieces in the one position, right? And if I hit play, it's just they're all scrolling down at the same style, and they're all gonna do. Oh, null reference. That's why. What is the null reference? Oh.
Oh, that's because you already get rid of it on disable. That's probably why.
Oh, okay. So we'd have to do like a if
Yeah.
on if game manager instance on state changed on game state changed does not equal null.
Or I guess the incident itself. It's not null.
Yeah. Because like this should be safe regardless, right?
Yeah. Should be.
If
Unless
you-
the game manager is getting destroyed for like everything else.
Possibly, I don't know, but I mean, if it's already null, then whatever, it should
Mhm.
be okay. It should have
Yeah.
cleared its references. I'd hope Unity would be safe enough to do that all for all delegates, but clearly it's not completely. But that's what it is with programming when you have delegates and all that messaging system. This should hopefully now be like 6 pieces tall or 7 pieces tall. Oh. Okay, well let's make sure that there's no compile errors. Then we'll look at.
Okay, so player slides a bit faster than the walls.
Yeah.
I
But
I think that's good.
minus 10, and then they're just like. So something else is happening. Because and that's happening. Like 7 pieces are spawning because it's not, the positioning is not working properly. So
okay.
so
Instead,
oh, you know why? I'm a dum dum. I didn't do the thing I did here. In the initial, right? We're supposed to be turning to the next spawn point, right?
yeah.
I'm like, there's got to like, I've done this so many times, like this type of level generator so many times that like, this should just work. Unless I've done something wrong, right?
Yeah, it happens.
It's normal with coding in general.
Mhm.
Just being like, oh wait, I missed one line of code. That still doesn't look tall enough. They're all at 20.
Okay. I might know what the issue is. Go back to the level spawner script. So there.
Yeah. Okay, so first one to the starting pieces, and then it's like, okay, we have 6 starting pieces. I is less than 6. It starts at 0. We instantiate the next object. We get the
Yeah.
next object bounds. We get the current object bounds, which is at 0, which should be already there. Makes sense. And then our next spawn point
Current
position.
pieces.
And then
Wouldn't it be I minus 1? So
no,
the previous
0, and then we add our next object, so that object becomes 1, and then we're spawning our object 2. Sorry, so we spawn our object 1. Now we start a loop to spawn our object 2, right? It should honestly be starting pieces minus 1 to make it 6 pieces when you say starting pieces, because we only spawn 5 more pieces then.
Yeah.
And then it would be next object, we instantiate it. Our bounds becomes this next object's bounds. Our bounds for our current pieces, it starts at 0. So the first time around on the loop, we're at 0. We got its bounds. We get our next spawn position with our correct sort of math there. And our next object position becomes our next spawn point. Current pieces becomes a length of 2 now,
Yeah.
which means that I of 1 is the current position. We loop again. We do the same thing. Now I is 1, and we
Instead
keep,
of max.y, could we try center.y? For, yeah. Because I think max is like world coordinates, right?
is it? No, but
I'm
the
not
thing is,
sure.
but the problem, we do need world coordinates when we're grabbing the next spawn position, right?
Hmm.
No, not extents. Because the max y value is just like the maximum position, like the maximum height of this collider, and then the extents is how far we need to go to get to the middle of the next object, right?
Mhm.
This honestly doesn't make a lot of sense, because if you take a look at the first piece that you place, it's being placed in the correct position, but then every other piece is also being placed in that position, which doesn't make sense to me.
Max equals is basically center plus extents. So the issue might be as well, like you're spawning them at 0 position each time. So like, does that
So
make
we're
sense?
gonna need to find the next position first. So we have to
Before you instantiate, yeah.
So then, what it would have to be is the next object bounds can't be, like, we can't instantiate it this way, and like it's gonna have to be kind of like static. Like this
Yeah.
is the extents right now. If the box collider's y is 20, the extents would be 10. I know that off the top of my head right now because of the way I built it. So I could do that. Like I could just call this, like, I could just add 10 here, and I could get rid of, like, I could move this down, get rid of this. And if this works, then we're gonna have to just keep it this way for now.
Like universal.
Universal for now. And then I'll figure out a different way of doing it.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
That should be it. And if we save that
Line
instead,
26 is not needed anymore. 26.
oh yeah, that's not needed anymore. You're right. Yeah, this makes the logic a lot easier. This is how I would do a horizontal scroll one as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of how I did the horizontal scroll one, actually. Right. Let's see. Oh, there we go.
It worked. Hey.
Now if we just play this, it's gonna scroll down, and the player scrolls faster than the wall, but that's okay.
I think that makes it feel a bit better as well, right?
But
'Cause
and the -10 is too low, but you can see it's just infinite spawning now.
yeah.
All right, cool. This is exactly where I wanted to leave the game at for right now, because now I have to kind of go back to the drawing board, think about a few different things that I want to really accomplish for the obstacle placement and whatnot. But now I'm gonna push this as well, so you can now take this, put it in your scene, and mess around with it, have an infinite level now.
All right.
And yeah, if you want to, the thing is, the object scroll right now being at -10 is a little bit like I'll change this to like negative like 50, because it's probably.
No, but you could make this a variable, just like
Oh yeah, that's
I don't
true.
know.
That's true.
something we can just mess around with later down the line.
Public float. Min Y pause. Does that make sense? Would you
Yeah.
understand what that means?
I would understand what that means.
Okay, I just like, I know I'm 100% like, yeah, that makes sense to me, but like when other people are also using and designing, I need to make sure that they understand.
Yeah. No, I've seen worse variable names.
Ugh. Right. Let's give it that. Level generator. Now we have this kind of complete level generator. I will ideate a little bit more in the
Okay.
background about the obstacle spawning and whatnot. But yeah, I think honestly, maybe I was making it a little bit too complicated in regards to screen wrapping and the other conversation we were having like off stream, right? Because yeah,
I mean,
like,
that
look at
happens.
this.
It's
Look at this, like less than an hour, and I'm like actually streaming as well. So it would have taken even less time if I did it in the comfort of
Yep.
in the comfort of my own silence or whatever. But yeah, thank
I
you.
mean, that's the part about being a programmer. We just make things complicated. You know what I mean?
For no reason. Okay, so
Yeah.
so now because of this, we have to get rid of what this is and just make it this basically.
Hmm. Okay.
You know, so it's like we find our bounds. We find our next spawn point is basically just our bounds plus 10,
Hmm.
and then our next object is just becomes this.
For spawn pieces, wouldn't it be the? No, it would be the last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yep. There. Now this is kind of like a lot easier to read.
Yeah.
Infinitely scrolling down, and we have a lot of flexibility, because eventually, I've already told you this, Ryan, but let's kind of for the viewers who are watching, let's kind of talk about going forward. We can then eventually, once this level generator is kind of finalized, we can then eventually build a tool to help us generate prefabs, level pieces,
Yeah.
randomized other things, and then you can kind of build that tool into your game if you want a completely chaotic and random experience. We can make a game mode like that. But yeah, I do want to make a tool to kind of help build our prefabs eventually, though, because again, I don't like the design piece. I'd rather just hit randomize. Okay, a new prefab. Randomize. Okay, a new prefab.
Yep.
You know?
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
just drag them into an array and just spawn them.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the thought process. So yeah, awesome. I think this was a successful kind of addition here. You got some pretty good functionality on the player mechanics as well. Yeah. So
Yeah. I'll probably tweak more around it here and there because
Yeah.
I'm not entirely satisfied.
hey, And don't feel the need that we have to stream every piece of development for this. Like if you need to do things off on the side, that's completely fine.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, like whenever I am free to develop, I'm going to try to stream it now, and I will definitely let you I will definitely let you guys know.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately Cam couldn't join us today. He's heading to Guelph. All right.
It was pretty last minute.
Yeah, no, for sure. I came up, be like, oh, I'm about to stream. Do you want, like literally half an hour before we went live. So yeah. All right. Saved. Everything's kind of saved. The one thing I should do is I should delete this thing because this doesn't make any sense.
I'll just push my stuff in as well.
Yeah, let me pull your stuff before I push mine.
Mine is just a change of my scene. So
Yeah, but I don't
won't
want to.
affect-
I still don't want to merge for no reason.
Okay. I'll later make the player like a prefab that.
We can kind of drag into each scene. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. For now, just gonna leave it.
Like
Yeah, I'm done.
you know, once you add the level generator to your scene, you can then I'll just duplicate it again and delete my scene. You know that, right?
Mhm.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Let me know when it's pushed.
Yeah, it's done.
All right. I'll just
And
grab
with
it
that-
and then.
I'm probably gonna be heading out now.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for joining me, Ryan.
All right, no worries.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Yeah. You have a good one too, and I'll definitely see you. Probably
Thursday?
well on Thursday for sure. Maybe somewhere in between. I doubt it, but
Mhm.
we'll see.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Have a good one.
All right, you too.
See ya, stream.
All right, cool. So that's Ryan's headed out now, and let me just level gen basics in infinite walls now generating. All right. And again, thank you for anybody who joined my stream. It's just a small 2-hour stream for today. But again, as I get more and more momentum on doing these things, I'm going to definitely keep trying to stream more of these sorts of things. Me developing, maybe me making music, maybe me playing some video games, whatnot. So yeah, look forward to all of that, guys. All right, cool. We are committed. Yeah, thank you for following, and thank you for hanging around and chatting. If anybody has any questions and anybody has any sort of like ideas for the game and whatnot, please feel free to start chatting and letting us know. I am very responsive. I do like to chat with new people. So yeah, please, whenever. If you are interested in game development, please drop a subscribe, and I'll definitely keep my community informed of the next streams. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.